Matt's not there for me yet. Is Matt there for you?
He's there for me.
I'm never here for you,
What?
Ryan.
No, he's not
I'm
there
never
for me.
here for you.
That's right. Oh, there you are. Hello. All right, anyway. Morning, everyone. I hope everyone's had an exciting and fishy week. Got lots of fishy fingers and done lots of exciting fishy exploits. What have you guys been up to? Generic question. Awkward silence.
I think he's in his own little world.
Me?
No, Ryan.
Yeah, he's talking. His mouth isn't moving. Then his mouth moves and there's no sound coming out.
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused.
So, is the reception bad? Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Like you're coming through. You're just coming very interestingly through. It's going to be a fun time. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, maybe I go for a walk down the beach and see if the reception's better over there.
Is it a nudie beach?
No, he'd
Well,
already
can
be
be.
there.
Can be.
Any beach can be a nudie beach. It just depends on if you get arrested or not.
Cool. Right. Anyway, shall we kick on? What's the question? What's going on?
Well,
What
what's
is
this
going on?
dildo
Yep.
looking thing in front of you to start off with?
What?
Because it's kind of like you've put this big dildo in front of your face just to get us to ask you about it.
It is a big dildo.
That's my face.
I've had it for like the last 3 weeks. If you haven't paid attention, that's a you problem, not a me problem.
Oh, someone's sassy today.
I've been up since about 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock this morning. I'm going to throw as many jabs as I want to for the rest of the day. So fuck you too.
To quote you, that sounds like a you problem.
It absolutely is a me problem.
Definitely. Yep.
Oh, we're all having a drink now. Oh, sorry.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't bring my cup with me.
This is an absolute train wreck already, and I'm here for it.
Okay. Anyway, what fishy activities have you guys had going on in your fish rooms? Matt has a fish room now, I believe, so that's probably a good thing to talk about.
I have one central fish room now, which is fucking amazing. So I spent all of last weekend moving a bunch of my tanks. So I moved 24 in total. And yeah, apart from the fact that they're on bendy stands for now, which is, I mean, it's what they've been on for a long time. It's good to have them all in one place.
Being that you're a giant bender, it makes sense, right?
I just trust steel poles a little bit too much. So yeah, that's basically what I did. It took me the whole weekend. So I think I started both days at about 8 a.m. and would go till at 8, 9 o'clock both nights.
So what sort of
my body was wrecked.
What sort of number and size of tanks are we talking? What are we like? Are we talking 6 tanks or 10 tanks? I mean, I've seen a video, so I know. But for the
were you not listening?
I said
24.
listeners. 24. Well, there you
I
go.
said 20.
I wasn't listening at all.
Yeah. No.
How big?
And they're a mixture. So anything, the majority of them are like 90 litres. And then there's some 150s, there's a couple of 250s, there's a 400. Yeah.
We're talking about litres, not freedom units, so.
Yeah.
Just for all the freedom unit people out there thinking, whoa, 400 gallons, not 400 freedom units.
That would be awesome if I had a 400 gallon.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, so
it'll probably take an entire weekend just to move that one tank, though.
Yeah, and to fill it up as well. 10 garden hoses
and a rugby
running.
Team, a rugby team, or 3 islanders.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I got up to. My body was absolutely wrecked by the end of it. Everything hurt. It was great.
And how many fishies did you move? Did you move lots of fishies too?
Yeah, like shit
7.
tons. Shit tons. All of my colonies, all of my breeding pairs, and some of the stock. There's still some stock to come. And then I've been selling stuff since then as well. So that's been cool. And then last night I actually pulled it's a 370 litre tank, 370 litre tank with a 120 litre sump inside, and did some rock work on it, siliconed all that into place.
Aquascaping.
Was it aquascaping or is it hardscaping? I get confused with the young kids and their terminology.
Well, it depends if you're hard while you're doing it.
He absolutely was.
Well, yeah, so I got that all set up. I'm pretty happy with how it looks for now, at least as a starting point. And that'll have some gold comps going in it after this weekend when I come and
you siliconed the rocks.
Yeah.
You siliconed the rocks.
These ones
Why?
I did because I've created ledges and stuff so that they don't fall over. Because I've gone real wacky, and instead of like stacking them how they can sit, like there's parts that are sticking out like this.
Oh, so they're not naturally sort of just stacked on top of each other. They're kind of
No. Yeah. And the problem
I don't have to have another look at your photo.
Yeah, the photo doesn't really show the depth of what I've done on it, but that's more just I've been lazy. But yeah, the problem will be if I even need to take them out, because that shit ain't coming out. There's a whole tube of silicon in there.
Well, the good thing with silicon is like if you twist it and pull it and prod it and cut it with a knife, eventually it'll come off. So, you know.
Yeah, just get some wire.
Although you're never catching a fish out of there if you're still looking at one.
It's a tank for enjoyment, this one. So yeah, those comps I'm picking up when I come to visit you. If they're getting dropped off, they should be getting dropped off.
All tanks are for enjoyment.
He's so far behind, eh?
Well, we'll see if you actually show up this time, eh?
Yeah, you're basically talking to yourself.
Yes, Nelson is joining us.
What the fuck is he on about?
Cool.
Bro, we're like 30 seconds down the track from you.
I feel like I'm talking to you exactly as you're talking, but obviously you can't hear me, so.
Maybe he thinks he's talking to us, but there's just this delay going on in his head, like he's got the spinny wheel of death going on inside his head.
Hope so. That'd be hilarious. And he's obviously going for a walk. I wonder if he's putting his clothes on.
That's
so
basically been my week.
Cool. So you get some goldies off Ryan?
They're from one of his mates up there. So yeah, been a little while since I've had some compresepsis.
They're cool. I sent Ryan my mail earlier this year. I was just wondering if maybe you might be acquiring the mail, and that's like a whole little incestual circle between us.
Is it a gold one or?
Yeah, gold head.
Oh, yeah. No, I believe these are from a different colony. Ryan probably killed your one, to be fair, because it's Ryan.
He better not have. Even I didn't
I want to give you the bad news, but you know.
Is he? You're just speculating.
I don't know.
Are you speculating?
Yeah.
Ryan, there's been allegations made against you while you haven't been over here.
Your mail's fine.
There we go. That's all right.
Your mail's
You
fine.
heard that one.
And he's with a female.
Cool.
I've got about 15 different comps, I think, in various places and things in my room. But these ones coming from Nelson because he breeds them. Is my receptor only bit?
Did you put his male with a related female? Otherwise, it won't breed.
Yeah, it was a bit confused when it didn't see a sister in the tank.
You sound like you're
Is my
puffed, mate.
reception,
Have you gone for
better?
a run, or are you just...
He's just tied his shoelaces up.
Yeah, I just moved. In
I
general.
think I think that Altolamprologus is probably a group of fish that I could get behind as far as setting up a whole room just to play around with them, because I think they're ridiculously cool. I think we'd just be limited to what we can get in New Zealand to make it worthwhile, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I really, really, really want to get the Mandarin ones. And I'm in talks with someone, so it might happen.
Cool.
But that would be dope. Like
You've got
they are bright yellow. Yeah, that would be really dope if I can get that one across the line.
Yeah. Altos are they're definitely up there as far as cool fish goes. Definitely I think worthwhile possibly setting
out last night.
Bunch of things out for.
He's arrived at his dogging spot.
Yeah.
He says dogging spot.
I've got quite a collection of Altos actually, and I'm getting some more.
Cool.
So that might be good.
How many variants do you have?
I currently got the gold heads, the capelli, and a couple of calvus, but I'm getting some more calvus. I'm getting some more capelli, and the gold heads I've got about 2 or 3 different varieties. Some of them are really gold bodied, but not gold head.
Is this just him, or is it
almost him?
Like they don't get giant like the Mandarin ones, so I don't know. I've always just called them gold comps rather than gold head comps.
Yeah. We had a heap of them in the country 10 years ago. Like there was a whole lot of different varieties that came through. Just
I think a few of them have been mixed with the calvus as well.
I've got to get it.
So there's a fuck off, right?
Oh well.
So there's some funky ones out there, but yeah, the gold head, black body, typical gold head comp isn't as common anymore.
Yeah. I think they're just they're a cool shape, they're a cool attitude. I like the way that they interact with each other and they fight and how they like turn their sides and they're sort of armored. Like they are a cool fish.
Yeah. So yeah, picking those up, I will probably try and find some tank mates out of Ryan's fish room to go with them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also happy if that tank is just dedicated to them. Like I'm stoked with that.
Yeah,
being an option.
Yeah. I wish I had a bit more space and availability to set up a few racks. It's cool.
The
problem is you keep trying to talk.
They hide.
Yes, females do hide from you on the beach.
There's no one on the beach. Oh, there's someone on the beach. He's swimming. It must be bloody cold.
Exactly. They're hiding from you.
But yeah, all the old.
So anyway,
I did a fun test on the weekend as well. Can we just ignore them? Can you mute them?
I can mute them.
So you do.
Yeah, just mute them. We don't need to
bring them out.
Why is it not muting him? Mute. I don't think it's muted him.
Yeah. I did a fun test during the week as well, and because I'm going up to Auckland on Friday. So how many buckets could I fit in the car? So my whole canopy in the ute, I've got 20 buckets lined up ready to go. And that's just single tier. So I do have the ability to still go one more tier above that if we need to.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
That was quite fun figuring out how to fit all of them in. Yes.
And now it's gone.
Thank fuck.
Good times. Unfortunately, like today's topic would have been well and truly worth him to be around for. Maybe he'll come back reconnected.
How is he really the best person for us to talk to about automation, considering I just sent him a whole heap of plumbing fittings because he keeps fucking it up?
Well, he is an electrical engineer, so like that sounds like he should know what he's doing. Allegedly.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, I've actually had about 3 or 4 people in the last 2 weeks do stuff for fish rooms, and I've given very specific instructions on this is how you put the pipe together, use the glue, use thread tape, blah blah blah. Nah. What do I get the next morning? It's leaking. My solenoid's fucked out.
Thread tape's not that important, is it? That doesn't help people ordering.
When you're doing a gas unit, it's definitely important.
Oh dear. Cool.
So
what have you been
up to anyway? Nah, he can just. We don't need him anyway.
I've had some cool stuff happen in my personal life, which has been nice.
Oh yes.
I'm magically off all the medication that I needed to keep me alive, so I'm happy with that.
That's fucking epic, man.
I think
You've
so.
been on quite a journey with it, haven't you? Like, not just recently, but ongoing for a little while, trying to turn that round, and now you've kind of hit that milestone.
Yeah. It's been probably a 3 or 4 year hike to get to where we are. So we're getting there. We'll keep trucking along. Should we see if Ryan is able to talk now? Ryan,
Hello.
This is your first warning. If you keep fucking out, we're going to completely remove you. Yes. Not really.
Have you got me?
You would think for the multi-million-dollar mansions that you're working on, they'd actually have wireless internet right there somewhere. Okay.
Well, there is wireless internet on site, but I'm not on. Yeah.
We'll just do better.
The funny thing is,
it's not working. So
everyone else, he's just a bald man walking down the beach with massive headphones on.
The funny thing is that I can hear you guys clear as, and I'm talking to you guys clear as, but obviously I'm delayed and I can't see that, so that's even funnier.
Don't move. You're in a good spot.
That was good. Yeah, don't go anywhere.
Standing in the middle of a fucking road.
Perfect.
Anyway, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then as far as fish stuff goes, I'm going to add a little bit of GST, but my 400-gallon aquarium is now drip-free, leak-free, gush-free, and is not cycling as far as nitrogen cycle, but cycling with water moving through it. So I'm happy with that.
Nice.
Finished the last bit of the drippiness. Got that knocked off last night. So that's a massive move forward. So I'm happy with that.
How are you going with all of your stock and stuff as well?
Depleting relatively quickly when it comes to the fish stuff. Very soon, I think I'm going to be left with what I'd consider dribs and drabs. But at the moment, things are leaving the building quite well. I'm sending you some stuff this afternoon, which will take care of most of the last of the quarantine tanks. 2 of the 3 racks are completely empty. Hopefully I get a chance to clear the 3rd one out today. And then so it's like one half of the back room is completely done. And the other half is just basically the fish that I'm going to keep. And then pretty close to having, there's very depleted numbers in the shop. So, we're getting there as far as that goes.
Nice. And I see you got some Ganja Java. You just put yourself on mute.
I did just put myself on mute. Apparently so, yes, I'm going to Java. Yeah, nice old mature Java fern came in from the wholesaler yesterday. When it gets mature, it gets little trident type leaves at the edge of it, which is quite cool. I think it only does it when it's grown immersed, not submersed, when it's mature. So, yeah, it's looking nice and healthy and nice and big. And, yeah, looks a little bit like Mary Jane.
Mm.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mary Jane, Ryan, what have you been up to?
Nice. Have you? Yeah, I wish. No, I've had. Is this working now? I've climbed a hill. Yeah, a little bit. That's good. I like that. Yeah, I've had a shitter in the fish room this week with the water change system, trying to get that sorted. So I've been swearing and cursing at that heaps. It's been great. Am I delayed again? Am I? Is this just a?
Yeah, but you're not breaking up. Like
Yeah,
the words are coming clear, but it's not. They're not syncing right, so it's almost perfect.
The words are coming clear, but it's not syncing right. So
Yeah.
I've got to keep climbing this bloody hill. I'm getting tired. Damn, this is a freaking morning workout. 7 o'clock in the morning, climbing a bloody hill next to a campground.
But
Oh,
Hilly's
God.
walking over a speed bump.
It's a pretty big hill.
That's what she said.
This is what I was talking about with doing our fishy exercise tutorial. Would be pretty good. So yeah, my water change system fucked out.
I'll get you. Write a script and we'll get it done.
It got too hard. You can script it. I came up with the idea. So yeah, the water change system fucked out. Am I still bad? Am I?
No, you're okay now.
I've got full bars sitting on top of this hill, so I would have thought I'd be all right now.
Hey, we don't want to know what's going on in your pants. We just want to know if your reception's okay.
Anyway, so yeah, I bought all new solenoids for the water change system. I couldn't find a way to join them properly at Bunnings, so I tried doing them a really hoary way, and it all leaked and fell apart, and one of the solenoids didn't work. And then I messaged Matt, crying and ranting and swearing, and Matt fixed it for me. Sent me all the bits. Sent them on a Thursday, and of course the couriers are amazing, so it didn't go overnight. It didn't arrive on Friday, so it arrived on Monday with me due to go away on Tuesday. So I didn't start trying to put it together till 5 o'clock on Friday. So it was 5 o'clock on Monday when I was due to go away on Tuesday. And then halfway through putting it together, a fitting exploded and blew water all over the controller, which blew the controller up. Which I had to do an 8 o'clock mission to Bunnings, which luckily closes at 9. And then driving around Auckland to buy all the bits. Fun.
So just out of curiosity,
so that's the main thing.
Just out of curiosity, Matt, is the person that you were saying you gave all this advice to, and then they continued to came back at you saying it wasn't working, was that Ryan?
One of them.
Awesome.
No, he gave me some advice and I listened to it and it worked. But it just went one thing into another. It was annoying, and I just put it going before I went away. So did you
use the glue that I sent you, or did you use the glue that you were adamant was going to be okay, even though it was clumpy and looked like shit?
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to read you your fortune in about another 6 to 8 weeks' time. We're going to be sitting on one of these streams, and you're going to be telling us, "Oh, my whole water change system fucked out. The pressure pipe just exploded everywhere. I don't know what went wrong."
It's already leaking, the pressure pipe, because I used that old shit glue.
Fuck's sakes!
Even though he sent me new stuff, I was like, I don't want to open this new one because I've got one here that looks okay, so I'll use that one first.
Don't listen to the plumbing guy that knows about plumbing. Like, just do it your fucking
and
self.
said not to use that shitty glue.
I'm the captain now.
How did you know? How did you know? How did you know that I was going to do that?
Look at you.
Yeah.
But
He
even
it
said
works.
to me, when I told him, he even said to me, "This glue, it'll be sweet." I'm like, I'm just sending you the shit. You're not paying me. Just take the fucking glue. Like, take the glue and use it.
Yeah. And it was rubbish day, and I was going to throw that old glue out, and then I thought, oh, no, I'll keep it just in case.
Just in case what? You want to flood your fucking room?
Well, then he's got another story for us next week.
Yeah. So yeah. Maybe I should have used the new glue, but it's together now, and once that shit goes off, it's stuck. So it's all good.
But it's leaking.
Yeah, a little bit. That's right. Everything leaks in the fish room. It's supposed to.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Water
So,
on
Brian,
the floor
you
is the
want
same
to
as
talk
water
about
in the tanks.
automation?
Automatic water floor watering systems. I'm good at them.
It'd be great if you're running a hydroponic setup at the same time.
Maybe just grow plants on the floor. Maybe put grass on the floor.
Well, you are
Make it
you are the aquatic plant master.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Got lots of plants. My sister sent me all those plants the other week too, and they're going really well. All the ones in the tanks, so cool. Don't know what any of them are. She labelled them and put them all in bags, and I just stuck them in tanks, and I forgot what they all were. So that's all good. Green stuff. Anyway,
I'm
can
just
one of you two
zoning in
find
that,
a random?
by the way.
Why is it not working again?
Well, you don't listen to me when I give you helpful advice, so you know.
Neither do I. You're using bendy stands, so we're even.
Right. So you need a question because you can't do it because you're rubbish.
Setting up a hill on my phone with my phone plugged into a charger. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do it.
And my phone gets too hot and won't multitask.
Okay. What is a secret conspiracy you would like to actually start letting other people know of? This is right up your alley, tinfoil hat man.
Well, none of them are secrets. They're all true.
Okay, so what are said conspiracies then? What is a conspiracy that you believe is true? There we go. I'll rephrase the question.
I've been on a buzz lately, and my TikTok feed is full of this. But the pyramids, that they weren't made how it's pushed out to mainstream media and everything, that these people drag these rocks up a hill. The simple math just doesn't add up. So that's what I'm on a buzz about at the moment, and I'm trying to figure that out.
I'm listening. So how is it believed that they have been made?
They don't know.
That's the great question. They don't know, but they imagine that there must have been some sort of technology that we don't have today. So
they're also perfectly aligned, aren't they? They're perfectly aligned with something, like to the nearest fraction of a degree. They're perfectly aligned to some sort of datum.
True north.
And it's like if they had. How did they have the technology to do that? Well, we've only just got the technology in like the last 50 years to actually measure it. How did they do that?
Yeah, that's the freaky thing for me. Like I can go. There could have been a gazillion slaves lifting this big massive block, or mammoths, as Helen said in the chat, or something like that. But to get them inch perfect to all of these other coordinates, that's the bit that blows my mind.
But it's even
which makes me think that maybe we don't know what we're actually talking about, and what we are calculating to be true north is actually not true north. Now, there's a wee twist. There's a twist for you.
But it's also there's simple math that you have to bring into it. You've got these massive slabs of stone that are like thousands of kilos, and you're not going to drag that on more than a 10-degree slope. So then you go, well, how long of a slope do I need? How long of a ramp do I need at a 10-degree slope to get to the top? and it's a fucking long ramp.
I don't know the numbers, but it's fucking long.
Yeah, but then there's also, I think it's if you take the height of the pyramid and multiply it by the circumference of the pyramid, you get the circumference of the Earth. So there's all these figures that are like built into the dimensions of the pyramid that equal significant numbers that we rely on. And there's one to do with time as well. I've forgotten the calculation, but it's the same sort of thing. The circumference broken down minutes, hours, moment of vernal equinox.
Do you think they are just randomly coincidental when people have just gone through and found random facts about them that they could correlate? And how do we fact check any of this that it's actually true? Because I haven't actually personally been to the pyramids and found out that they're aligned with north yet. Maybe I go back to the Air Force, buy all the compass surveying gear that I used to use, and we survey the pyramids, see if they'll let us. We'll just ring up Egypt and say, hey, can we go survey the pyramids, please?
Maybe that's the actual tinfoil hat. It's not actually perfectly aligned.
Because people say whatever they want, but
if your exercise performance on walking up that little hill is anything to go by, you ain't walking to the top of that pyramid. You're not checking if it's aligned to true north.
Have they not put elevators on them yet?
When did they estimate that these pyramids were made, roughly? How many hundreds or thousands of years ago?
A couple of years ago, around World War I or something, I don't know.
Okay, so about 1950. Around about 1950, was that when like all the were together?
Oh my god!
So
one. There's a couple of issues here. 1950 and World War I.
Yeah, but like you've grossly exaggerated your dates, so I'm grossly exaggerating mine as well.
He didn't actually exaggerate it on purpose. He just didn't know.
He did know. He just estimated World War I. Yeah, grossly exaggerated.
Cool.
So yeah, but like, is that before all the landmass and stuff all shifted and stuff like that? Because that have something to do with all the alignments? Have they backed everything back to when all the landmass were together and then worked that out from there?
I think you need to ask the Mayans that.
Damn it! Is there any alive? Do they have a phone number I can ring? Do they have WhatsApp?
It might be on their calendar. That normally goes
look at that. Speaking about conspiracies, and the tinfoil hat man's disappeared again.
He's so unreliable.
Standard. And he's back.
No, don't let him in.
I was just seeing if anyone in the comments actually knew anything about the pyramids, because we don't. But anyway, what I think happened is these pyramids are so big that they actually altered the Earth's rotation to align with them. And that's why they're aligned with true north. So
you reckon there's a big bit of steel in the middle of it just to pull the magnets differently?
They would just randomly placed there, and the Earth is aligned to them. So they were never aligned to anything. The Earth is aligned to them now, and the north has changed.
I think they use those bendy poles, so that
bendy stands,
and they can change with time.
And because they did like Spartacus games and stuff, the people then were just way stronger. So it only took like 3 of them to lift a big block like that up. And that's why. And we've de-evolved from then because we don't do like gladiator games and fighting to the death and stuff. So we've got pussies. We turn into pussies basically. So
now we've got people like Young Cam who can't lift an FX6.
Empty.
Oh dear.
I wish he was here.
Oh, how good. How good. So do you have a conspiracy then, Ryan?
No, I like the pyramid one, but there's all sorts of conspiracies out there. The whole world's against us.
Yeah.
Even going into the supermarket, you're being scammed. So, it's life. Everything's getting sold to you.
Cool.
I think health foods a conspiracy. There you go. 99% of the health food you'll buy, packaged shit, will be terrible, full of preservatives and rubbish. There you go.
And what about you, Cam?
I think that we are living in a game of The Sims, and
That would be quite cool.
Someone is controlling us. We do all the micromanaging of it, but someone is controlling the basis of us. Tells us to go to work, so we go to work, and we just do the worky stuff in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
So later on, you're going to go off for a woohoo?
Depends if I get told to.
We're in the Matrix, are we? A big giant computer game.
Well, I don't know about the Matrix. I haven't watched the Matrix. None of them.
You wouldn't.
Not one.
You wouldn't understand.
I don't
anyway.
know. I don't know.
Bit complicated for you.
Probably.
Am I reading this right? So Dan just made a comment here. So
that's what I've just looked at too. Conspiracy for you. Non-animal rennet, which is used in all cheese product, is made.
Do they make it by Pfizer? Pfizer?
That's what by Pfizer? Yeah.
Pfizer that makes the injections?
Yeah.
Can you confirm?
That's what I was thinking. Please confirm what you're saying, Dan.
I don't think you want to Google that though. You'll go into the rabbit hole and you'll never come out again. You'll end up in Wonderland.
If that's the case, then we need to really take a long, hard look at the bats.
He said, it's fact, but the conspiracy is why is the medical lab producing this product for our food? I'm assuming because it's just been a byproduct, like so many other things that have been discovered have just been a byproduct and it's worked in a different way. That is my assumption.
I don't really want to eat a byproduct from a medical lab. It doesn't really sound like it's that good for you.
Just don't eat cheese. It's easy enough not to.
Cheese is amazing.
Or maybe Pfizer just happened to buy the rights for it because they knew that they could make millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars off it. Because everyone likes cheese.
They're already making hundreds of billions of dollars off vaccines.
And if you were a company that was making hundreds of billions of dollars and you can make another $1 billion a year or $500 million a year on something, would you purchase it? Yes, you would.
No, you should just hire out a bunch of fish tanks. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, Matt started up an enterprise hiring out fish tanks. So if anyone in the Manawatu would like to hire out a premium fish tank aquarium setup from Matt Punnett, happy endings all round, let him know. He'll probably also put a strip pole in your lounge. He'd probably put a strip pole up in your lounge and do you a show for free as well. Oop, hey, dropped my phone. That was good. Yep.
Before Ryan railroaded that was a really good segue by myself, just saying.
What?
Never mind.
You probably would put a pole up and do a pole dance for someone, wouldn't you? If they paid?
Everything's for sale for the right money.
Yeah, there you go. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
There's always a negotiation to be had.
But Matt's got a little hustle on hiring some tanks out to a couple of businesses and stuff just for fun and a bit of pocket money and spread the love. Hopefully get some cool tanks out there that people can see. So that's quite a good idea. Rather than some of the shitty hire tanks we have seen in the past that we've all seen that are horrible in the doctor surgeries.
Yeah.
Are you talking about those really big, all cylindrical ones that have got 7 goldfish in it that can't do anything but bump their nose and then bump their tail?
Yeah. And they've got like multicolored lights and stuff flashing through like a disco, and they just look terrible. But anyway, that's what it is. And then people go, "Oh, I want one of them because it doesn't take up much space in my house." So no, you don't want one of them. It's terrible. Cool. Yeah, sweet. Good chat. What is the topic for today?
Fish room automation,
wasn't it?
Fish room automation.
Yeah,
So you
definitely
can tell us
do
how
some.
not to do it.
Definitely do some. End of topic.
Well, we were hoping you would be the master behind this and the one that like knows everything about it, because you've had a lot of experience of fucking them up. So we figure that the amount of times you've cocked it up, you now know how to do it correctly.
Yeah, well, automation is good, but you've got to make it robust, and that's the thing that I'm struggling with. And you've got to maintain it.
Do you think that in making it robust, if you follow the guidance given to you by the experts, you'd have a better chance of doing that? Just an idea.
It's a good idea. It's a sound idea. I don't think it's going to blow apart though, because I've got a pressure reducing valve in there, so it'll be sweet. Be all good.
But
Low
it's
pressure
leaking.
system.
It's leaking.
It's supposed to.
No. So surprisingly, Ryan, plumbing is not meant to leak. Water is meant to be contained within the pipes and go to its destination that is intended.
I thought it was just as long as 97% of it made it, it was a pass. I mean, like
No, and
50% is a
that's
pass in most places.
You wonder why your solenoids and shit fuck out on you. Never mind. I'm gonna stop.
Cool. All right. Anyway, no, the solenoids fucked out because they got old and they were cheap ones. So now it looks like a system that I have to. It looks like I have to go through and replace them every so often, or pull them apart and service them or something. How often that is, I don't know.
Or were they Temu?
They were off Amazon. They were branded. They were branded, but they were off Amazon.
Branded Temu.
Yeah.
No, they were some sort of decent brand. I researched the brand before I bought them, but they were just 3 or 4 years old, so they probably just wore out.
The amount of water that you're putting through them, you should be getting around 5-ish years. Like if you get 5 years out of one, you're probably doing pretty well. So the fact that you got 3 years out of it actually isn't too bad.
Yeah, but I just that obviously they are a relatively cheap consumable product. They're not really something that lasts forever. So I just should have changed them more often, or I was looking at going to a constant drip system and getting rid of the solenoids and timer altogether.
You're already on a constant drip system that's just coming out the seams of your aquariums.
Boom.
How good?
Not anymore. Although I did notice when the water change system wasn't level, the wasn't working. One of the levels of one of the tanks did drop a little bit, and I was like, I'm gonna just ignore that and pretend it's evaporation, which none of the other tanks are doing.
The thing about it as well though is automation is great, but it sort of, as you've just had, when it does fuck out on you, it fucks out at the most inconvenient time. It's never when you could just turn around and go, yeah, so I'll just swap that over. It's not going to be a big deal. It's, life is in the way and all that sort of thing, and it makes it 10 times harder.
Yeah, and every time it happens, you learn from it, but it keeps happening. Like your air pump fails, you don't have a spare part. Now you have a spare air pump sitting there just in case to swap in, because the air pump's your life support system. And then this thing stuffs out, so you go, what am I going to do differently this time? And every single time. But yeah, just about building decent, robust systems and having fail safes on them, because otherwise, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong on a big level. I guess what sort of things can we automate?
I love how we're trying to keep on topic, and there's Rebecca who's talking about steaks and piercings.
And tattoos.
About what? If I click on her comments, I'll probably lose the stream again.
The chat's a wild west today, and it's a fun time.
And now tattoos. Yeah.
Wow, they like staying on topic just as much as we do.
What type of products? Is that what I was going to say?
What type of systems can we automate in a fish room?
Talk to us about Inkbirds, because it's not full automation, but it's probably a good start.
I think Cam wants to talk about Inkbirds because he got sent one to do a product review on. So he's well versed with them, and they even sent him a free one to demo because he's an aquarium personality. So what did you think about the Inkbird, Cam?
So my initial thoughts were it was boxed really well. I really enjoyed the packaging. I got it out. It felt really.
Did you do
robust.
an unboxing video?
Shut up, Dick. Let me talk.
Did you though? I'll just ask a question.
I started to, and then I plugged it in, and then I couldn't connect it to my Wi-Fi, and I gave up on it.
So you just pretty much you just sat there and just whacked it against your head, and then just threw it in the bin.
Whacked stuff into your head, which is why you can't grow hair anymore on it.
And when he says that he was trying to connect it to his Wi-Fi, he was trying to put it through his fax machine.
yeah.
I got a funny story about
peddling. He was peddling as hard as he could while he was trying to plug it into the Wi-Fi, into the router. So I've
got a funny story about a fax machine. 10 years ago, when I set up the business, I was talking to my accountant, and I said to him, "Do I need to get a fax machine?" He emailed me back, said, "The fuck? It's not 1980s. Just use email, you dick." And that was it.
And the whole time you've had that fax machine sitting there waiting for it to go off, You've been paying for a fax line the whole time, and no one's ever sent you a fax.
Shut up.
It's brilliant. Remember when in the old days when you used to ring the fax machine by accident and get a random random tone come through at you?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, Cam failed. You need to have probably like a 6 or 7-year-old's grasp of technology to be able to use an Inkbird. You need to be able to connect to Wi-Fi. So I had this exact same issue with my in aquarium camera that I got from Jewel. Wouldn't connect to the internet properly. So I believe it's an internet connection issue, or it's a stupid issue with you.
To quote yourself again, sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, you're the common denominator in this.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take it home, and since I actually managed to connect like the Wi-Fi expander, which is why I've been getting amazing internet recently in this room. So I'm gonna take it home when I set up the big tank, and I'm gonna try and make it work on that. So I can give you an update on an Inkbird maybe in about 6 months' time when I get the job done.
Sweet. So topic done. We'll come back to it in a few weeks.
A few months.
Well, Inkbirds are good. They're external heater controller, and you can control them with an app and stuff, and they've got warnings and alarms on them. So that's a cool thing to have. That's what I added to my...
Really good question. That? So if the internet or Wi-Fi is down, the Inkbird won't work?
The Inkbird still works. It's got its settings inside it. It just carries on. Obviously doesn't connect to your phone or anything. You set it. Once it's set, it's completely independent of the Wi-Fi and everything else. The Wi-Fi is just there for monitoring.
Oh, okay.
You can buy a non-Wi-Fi version if you want to, a dumb version if you want to.
Noted. I'll take the dumb version.
I've got them in my fish room mainly because I go away a lot, so now I can just log in. I can just press a button and I can see exactly what temperatures my fish room's at, and if there's any dramas remotely. So that's pretty cool. And I monitor the tank that I maintained as well. Got the temperature on that running on my phone with alarms and stuff. So if anything goes wrong with that, I can get in touch with the real estate office and get it sorted.
Why the real estate office?
Well, I set up and I don't want to look after, but I've ended up looking after because they don't want to look after it either. So yeah. You'd probably do that, Matt, with all your higher ones too. Be a good idea.
So because we're talking about automation, does that include things like automatic fish feeders? Because they are automated.
Yeah.
Hence the name.
Yeah, people have suggested, why don't you just buy 60 automatic feeders out here and you don't even have to come out here for my fish room?
The problem with the automatic feeders, and I guess for a lot of people that are in the hobby at least, is there's a lot of tanks that they don't work on. Like a lot of the Aqua One tanks, it's very, very hard to get an automatic feeder that will work on them. Jewel obviously make one for their own tanks, so that's them sorted. But unless you're using glass-topped tanks. Shut up. Unless you're using glass-top tanks, it's really, really hard.
And if you put one underneath the lid of like a tank with a hood on it, the humidity and stuff gets to it and gunks all the food up, doesn't it? That's the problem.
Apparently, I think the dual ones, is it the dual or the fluval ones that have recently come out, are meant to not do that. They work like a barbecue hopper. So they're not meant to gunk up and go to shit.
Because the ones I'm thinking about that I've seen a lot of, and I've got like half a dozen somewhere that I've acquired through random deals that I don't use, are the rotating ones. They spin around. The Aqua one and the Eheim one that spins around, and you open a little slot and a little bit falls out each time it spins around.
Yeah.
Surely there's a better way to do it than that.
I think I think the I can't remember if it's fluval or dual, the ones that have recently come out. Yeah, like I said, they work like a hopper, so it doesn't do that, because you can see those tumble ones would mush up pretty quickly if you put the wrong stuff in it.
Or if it just gets wet or humidity or whatever, it'll just go yuck.
Yeah, but if I put the wrong stuff in it, that's what I meant, because it's always going to get humid and it's always going to get wet because like it's sitting above an aquarium.
Are you going to use automatic feeders on the tanks that you hire out, Matt?
Well, that's the problem. Like, so in this case, it's a Aqua 1 980. Can't get one that fits.
I mean, you might have to cut a hole in the lid and put it on top. Be ugly, but what else can you do?
Not use one. Get the people to feed it like a normal human being.
Yeah, and when I was talking to them yesterday about it, they were fully expecting that they would have to feed them. But that has its own risks,
introduce an element of risk, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it is good to actually feed the fish and check they're alive. That's why I've never bothered to try and automate my fish room feeding, because I like to feed them and make sure that everything's okay. And imagine if I had 67 feeders and need to fill up and maintain, and it would be a nightmare.
Probably take just as long as to do the feeding at that point.
And adjust them all. Imagine adjusting them all as the fish grow. Nah, bugger that. I did see a big massive guppy farm on YouTube once with like some phenomenal amount of tanks, and they had big open vats, and they had a big massive system running on a conveyor belt above the top of it, like a big massive hopper that ran around, and it actually programmed it for each tank, and it fed every single tank overhead. It was pretty cool. I was like, holy shit. That's how you'd have to do it if you had that many tanks, I guess.
What other things can be? What other things can be automated? Like, is it just water changes?
We're talking water changes.
Yeah, heat monitoring system, feeding, lighting, I suppose. Is there anything else? Like, if you're looking at, say, I know none of us are into the saltwater side of it, but that stuff's pretty high.
Saltwater guys.
What do they have?
Saltwater guys do a lot of dosing and shit, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I suppose you could automate your freshwater plant dosing. I mean, you're a master plant grower. I thought you would have known that by now. I thought you would have had that dialed in.
Hey, I put some fertilizer in my plants after Sadiq came out and said they were shit, and then I put in like twice and then couldn't be bothered.
It's like it's easy
my nitrates. Well, I even got a pump bottle full of it that you just push the top and squirt it in. But he said my nitrates were too low due to my water change system, he thought. So the plants had no nutrients because there's no nitrates. So, yeah. Yeah,
that makes
sense.
I can send you a bottle of stability.
The Fish Club auction would love it. Fish Club auction would love that. I'll definitely donate that to some other kid that thinks it works.
It does work, just not in your case situation.
Speaking of conspiracy theories, here we go.
Why didn't you bring that up earlier, tinfoil hatter?
Because they don't want to use the no-no word.
I see. So there's not really a lot that can be automated in fish room, is there?
Oh, there's probably more. We're just probably not smart enough to do it.
But you're an electrical. Oh, weren't you trying to do something? Oh, is that like privy conversation that we were talking about last week, or are you open to converse about that?
We can talk about that. I don't care. I don't know if I'll ever do it.
Oh, so you're not going to try and copyright it and like patent all the parts and stuff like that?
If I do one day, I might, but I don't know if I will. Someone else can just steal it, and if they do it,
well, do you think that we can? If you're potentially going to do that, should we talk about it now, or do you want to leave this a mystery forever until the end of time because you're never going to do it?
Leave it a mystery, and then I will drop it on the podcast. And because of our listener base, I'll be a gazillionaire overnight, and then I'll leave all you fuckers behind.
Damn it!
Yeah, I'll sell one unit.
I was just thinking we should probably talk about our breeding challenge.
Oh yeah,
but we haven't started our breeding challenge.
It started off with a hiss and a roar, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
it started off as it's probably going to end.
A failure.
Yeah.
Oh, keep talking, Matt. Keep talking, Matt.
It's your thing, Matt. I was just putting a bit of suspense into it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm just waiting to be called the hero of the day. So here is my chest, and I'm happy to have the medal pinned on it.
Fish came
great
in.
Metallica song, actually.
Fish arrived. Fish went in tanks. Fish died.
This is a Dr. Seuss book.
1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish, dead fish.
Yeah, so...
It was 1 fish, 2 fish, 50 fish, dead fish.
50 dead fish. 50 fish, dead fish.
So he ordered 50 in, and how many arrived? How many alive? Or how many lived, sorry?
15.
15 out of 50 survived.
Yeah. So great wholesalers that we've got supplying great quality. Yeah. One of those standard things. Sorry.
It's funny because when you coughed and sneezed, the fish that's on the screen kind of jolted a little bit at the same time. It's like I got a fright. Maybe that was just me thing. I was laughing at that.
Funny because I think he shit himself too, so that's even funnier.
Whoa. One of you made the comment, why is it that a lot of our fish coming from these wholesalers seem to get through quarantine the second they go out to stores, they fall over. It's like,
yeah. If you're talking about conspiracy theories, there's one right there. Because I don't know how they're quarantined and healthy to come into the country, and then they just drop dead. Surely there's got to be something to it, because they can't have 50 alive fish that they've had alive presumably for 4 to 6 weeks, plus shipping across the world, and then all of a sudden 2/3 of them die.
Do you think
no,
that the wholesalers
often.
Are more in tune with the water parameters that they are getting their fish from and align them like that than what the retailers are when they get the fish? Do you think that could be it?
No.
No? Okay. Do you think it is the excessive amount of salt? The excessive amount of salt that the wholesalers put in their water to what the retailers do?
Maybe.
But salt wouldn't help a rummy nose tetra, though, would it?
So.
Like, I guess I don't know much about rummy nose tetras, but they're probably not come from a salty environment, so they probably wouldn't like that. I wouldn't think.
They will handle salt. They will handle salt just fine. And if they've gone from export in saltier conditions, import a wholesaler in saltier conditions into a retail shop with 0 salt, could there be something brewing there?
Well, you did a big interview with a big distributor over in the States, and they ran, I think it was the States, and they ran salt through all of their live bearer systems, all of them, because they found they had less issues.
Yep, significant amount of salt and cooler water as well, from memory.
Because otherwise they had issues. But I mean, that'll be why our mollies, I reckon, drop dead in a lot of shops and look like crap. They don't necessarily need it, but if they're used to it.
So Ryan's going to get 10 of the survivors. So good luck keeping them alive.
I'm going to get the shit ones, and you guys are going to get the good ones.
And then Cam saved the day and is sending me some today.
Badge goes right there.
But also, yeah. So Nigel from Top Fin, I think, has sorted out a deal with Cam.
Yeah.
And has found a way to still provide said fish.
So isn't it just really lucky that these original fish that I had, that Ryan's like, oh no, Cam, we can't sing them. You're going to cheat. Blah 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 blah. You're going to give us the shit ones. Blah 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 blah.
You're still going to cheat.
And
You're still going to cheat.
And I have come and saved the day, just like Captain Planet.
You're still going to send us the shit ones. You're still going to send us the shit ones. So
I'm not sending you anything. No, I'll take a video, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a video of me just scooping the fish out. I'm not going to play anything. I'm just going to scoop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a bag. That is it. No more, nothing more, nothing less.
I'm already getting the shit ones that are full of the ganj that have whatever killed all the rest of them. So I'm stuffed.
That's you. Where are you going to put them? Are you going to put them in with like your Africans?
Well, that's what.
Like,
that's the best. I've done the research. I've done the research, and that's what I found the best environment to breed them in is with peacocks. So I'm going to try a symbiotic breeding project where the rummy nose are going to breed alongside the peacocks, and the pride is going to survive.
Do you actually have anywhere for them when you get them?
I got tanks, and I got tanks full of plants, so they can just go on those.
Okay. Cool.
And they'll probably go on with fry or something. I'm not gonna intentionally kill them. No, put them in anything that's going to eat them. So that's not cool. That's not my game.
Okay. That's why
I'm also a little bit limited by time to go and set up said tanks, considering I'm probably getting home at 11 o'clock on Thursday and Matt arrives on Friday.
Yeah, well, being that I don't have a single aquarium set up to do anything at home, I think we're close to the same boat.
So I've probably got the advantage of all of us.
You've probably got the advantage.
You've got time.
The tank is
got time. You've got aquariums. You're getting preconditioned fish. You probably have the advantage at the moment.
This is good. This is good. I feel the wind coming.
Let's sabotage him somehow.
Yeah.
So now, you guys talk amongst yourselves for a second. I need to check some details.
Also, did we do a little bit of a word from our sponsor? So because he is sponsoring us, we just talk about.
Were you not? Well,
you said Nigel from Top Fin. That's about all you said. I don't know much else apart from Nigel from Top Fin. He seems like a good bugger. He messages me wanting to buy fish all the time, and he's trying to set up a fish. We set up a fish shop in. Oh, we talked about this last time. The Foxtown. Yeah.
Which isn't the same place as Woodsville, which is where Jeff is, and it's not the same place, which is Helensville, which is where you are. But they all sound like shitholes altogether.
Yeah. Speaking of shitholes, this place I'm staying in has one cafe bar, and the Google says it closes at 7 o'clock. So I went down there at 6 o'clock for dinner, and they decided to close at 6 o'clock, and I had to drive 20 minutes to get food.
Sucker.
So it sucked. I was really annoyed.
Well, while Matt's pissing around doing stuff, should we work out what next week's topic's going to be?
I don't even know what Matt's doing.
I don't know what he's doing either.
Brian's not going to be able to see it, but you'll be able to see it.
Cool.
Yeah. Why am I going to be able to see it?
Because you are
in the chat still. Oh, okay.
Waiting for Farmville to be on the list. Oh dear. What about Shelbyville? Cool. So what's next week's topic?
African cichlids, wasn't it? Isn't that what we agreed?
So dumb. We didn't agree.
No, I don't know. What do the people want? Do they want us to talk about pyramids?
It did spark some good debate. We can make that our topic. We can put that as our topic because we will hardly talk about it. So let's do that. Pyramids. Pyramids/pyramid schemes.
Why don't we turn it into something a little bit different and talk about ancient fish keepers and see if we can find some facts about fish keeping in the Middle Ages or something?
Because that involves any one of us actually doing some research prior to clicking on the invite button, and none of us are going to do that.
But it'll be like that show where you have to tell if the person's lying or not when they start talking. So, like, one of us might have actually done some research, one of us might not, and the other one can just make it up, and then everyone has to decide if they're lying or not.
Thomas, your vote doesn't count because you're on Facebook, not YouTube, where all the cool kids are. So your vote for Africans is void.
Why don't we let the Facebook viewers have a vote for once?
But it's only him that's viewing on Facebook.
There could be others.
There's not, according to the live viewer stats. Everybody is on YouTube.
There could be others, but you discriminate against those that use Facebook. So,
well, you absolute bellend. I can put my little mousy thing above the little thing that has a little eyeball, and it shows how many people are watching, and nobody is watching on Facebook, you knob.
Allegedly.
Alleged knob. No, you are a knob.
It's allegedly you can do that. We can't see that, so it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Can you guys not see that?
No.
We don't log in. You don't. You did share the login details with us.
I did share them, but you don't use it.
We've asked so many times for the login details, and you just no, it's my thing. I'm the captain now.
Okay, and so for the 18th millionth time, we have a board on Trello that everybody has access to that has all the passwords and all the logins to everything that we do.
But then you don't give us the Trello logins, do you? So
I've given you the Trello login about
invited us to it
7,000 times.
Anyway,
I think that's
how are we gonna do the special thing? There you go. There you go. That's the only vote. Motion carried. Oh no, we've already decided on pyramids and ancient fish keepers.
Yeah, well, I've got either pyramid schemes or pyramid feeders. All fits in together.
Okay. So Matt, are you going to announce the wonderful thing, or are we going to put some more thought into that to maximise it better?
Yeah, I think we need to talk about it.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we need to talk about it because of someone's discrimination and the fact that only certain people are going to be able to use this, which probably rules out the discriminating group.
What's going on? I was too busy singing.
What? Oh yeah, we'll talk about it. I've got an idea anyway. That's all right.
Okay.
Stay tuned. There's something coming.
We don't really know what, but
we don't really know what. But you might be able to win something. You might not. You might like it. You might not. But in the meantime, why not head to topfinaquatics.co.nz and do some shopping?
Also, don't expect it to happen next week. Possibly the week after.
Shameless plug.
Well, that was good. I liked it. Anyway, I should probably go do some work.
Yeah, I've got to go to Martin, your old stomping ground now.
Oh, yeah. Say hi to Barton Street, see if my old house is there.
Are you going to ask all the bald men walking around if they know Ryan, and is Ryan their father?
No, I'm not going to Nelson where they're all related. I'm going to Martin.
You said Martin, his old stomping ground, which means he might have a whole bunch of illegitimate children there.
That's awesome. I thought we'd locked up. I was like, is it just me that stopped, or is everyone stopped? Okay. Anyway, I think on that note, we'll talk to you next week, and we'll talk about pyramids or something. So, yeah.
Okay.
I'll make sure I bring a suitable pitch for everyone to sign up to. And if they can get a referral, they'll get $100. And if they can refer 10 people, they'll get $500. Okay. And it's not a pyramid scheme, and it's 100% legit. All right. Okay.
What?
Okay. Are we going now? Oh, it's me, isn't it?
Yeah, Matt's in. Matt's in on the pyramid scheme. Let's get him in.
What's the pyramid scheme?
I don't know. I'm just wanting to know, do you want me to push the button or not?
Yeah. push the
Push the button?
button.
You
Okay.
said money.
See
I
everybody.
like money. I'm interested.
All right.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.